Hey you guys, welcome to In My Travels. I'm James Colwell, and when I say I'm in my travels, literally, I am in my travels. I am actually not at home in Pittsburgh. I am actually on vacation. I am in the DMV area, which I'll be actually doing a meet and greet on Thursday of this week coming. I'm going to be out here in these streets for quite a while. Listen, invading the DMV area. But anyway, so as I had said earlier on the channel, Spillitboy TV, Swipe Left will definitely be on hiatus for 2 weeks. So in that time, you guys know that I couldn't leave you all with nothing. That I couldn't just go out and just keep it pushing and don't get this little news out and talk about these little things that I've actually run into. So we'll go back to what we used to do, which was In My Travels. It is what it is. We get it done by any means necessary. Let's get down to business. Even though we're not doing Swipe Left today, I still have to give thank yous that would actually have been on the show. So here they go. I want to say thank you to ATL Finn, Locked Head Boss Lady, Jazzy Chaz 85, L Long, Kylan Quantez, Sly Sylvia Williams, LaShonda Green Gospel, Marilyn Daly Tuitt did a PayPal, and Taylor did a Cash App, and all the rest of the names were actually super chats from the last episode of Swipe Left. So thank you so much, you guys. You didn't have to do it. I really do appreciate that you do that. So I definitely did not want to leave the acknowledgments out, even though the Swipe Left show is not actually going to be airing this week. Now, also, I did another live earlier today, and there was a super chat that I was saying thank you as I was going, and there was one that I definitely missed, and I wanted to acknowledge it. Things were moving very fast, so I just want to go ahead and acknowledge that, and that was Wonder Woman. Thank you so much, baby. I did see your super chat, and thank you very much for the super chat. And I know you were really, the comment, actually, she was really down about the fact that Swipe Left was not going to be coming on, but hopefully you'll enjoy this episode of In My Travels. I know it's not the same thing, but I definitely want to keep you up on the tea. I don't want to leave you without my tea for 2 weeks. So thank you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Thank you. Mwah. Let's get on to what first thing. And there's just a few things that I actually have run into. Listen, how many times have you been to McDonald's and your fries weren't hot and you go off? Now that's not me. You know, I'm an easy customer. I actually have a customer service background. So I have a soft spot for customer service people, and I don't make problems when I actually go. Like, especially when it comes to my food. I don't do that thing because I don't need any extra DNA found on any of my things that I'm eating. You understand? None. I don't want any extra DNA at all. So I just kind of chill and I just mind my business and I just kind of try to keep it cute. And if I don't like what it is, I just go and throw it away and just chalk it up as a loss and keep it moving. Now, there's this woman, and she didn't feel that way. She's over in New York. It was a New York McDonald's. She goes into the McDonald's and her fries weren't hot. Okay, her fries weren't hot, and she had a whole banter back and forth with the woman behind the counter about these fries and how these fries weren't hot. And she took it all the way to the other side and got to fighting. And this is nothing that we've never seen before. People tend to cut up in a McDonald's. I don't know what that's all about, but for some reason, people feel like the golden arch just means show your ass. I don't know. I don't get it. But for me, I just kind of always take the attitude that if I go into the McDonald's and show out, that there might be some time to be served. So I just kind of chill. And like I said, if the fries are cold, I'll either eat them or throw them away. I ain't going behind the counter fighting nobody. But she did. She went behind the counter and she did a little fight, baby. She went back there and got the windmill and carried on behind the counter. And then she leaves out of the store, goes out to her car, gets a gun and then shoots back into the McDonald's. Really, sis? Really? So you know you're going to get some time, right? And then she goes and she speeds on off. And they catch her, you know, on the interstate. They catch her and get her and lock her ass up. Ridiculous. Really? About a fry that's not hot. I'd be willing to bet some money. Some money. And then look at her. She didn't even look like a woman. When I looked at the picture and I seen her, I didn't see someone who would actually be running out and getting a gun and coming back. You know what I mean? I just didn't see that. I just didn't see that. It's crazy. But then what would a person that would go get a gun and shoot into a McDonald's? Do you know how many people you could have hurt shooting into a McDonald's? Just ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. I didn't get it. I just thought it was really, really stupid and very stupid to actually be serving time about, because you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to serve time all about some fries. Baby, I venture out to say the next time that you see a fry, you be happy to be able to eat some cold McDonald's fries. That stuff that you get ready to be eating, baby, it's getting ready to be all porridge and a cot, honey. I hope it was worth it, sis. Because now you're going to be down to Mrs. Furthington's finishing school for girls, honey. All about a non-hot fry. Stupid. Anyway, moving on. Also, in my little travels, I ran into a little update. Speaking of folks that's carrying on and don't know no better, child. Remember the Disneyland Brawl? Remember all that coverage we did about Disneyland? Baby, listen, they were clearing it up. Remember when the fight all broke out, and I have a video out there on my channel where I actually went through the whole breakdown of the fight, and it was the sister and the brother and the mother and the girlfriend. It was a whole big Disneyland Looney Tunes mess outside of Donald Duck's house, honey. They was carrying on. But listen, so it was, what was it called? Toontown that they showed out down to the Disneyland. Well, here's the people. Avery Robinson, 39 years old. Andrea Robinson, 40 years old. Now that's the brother and the sister. And then there's Damian Petrie, which is Andrea's husband. Okay? Remember, I was breaking it down and I was real close. I was dead on with my little stuff. I was proud of myself. I was dead on debunking the fight and getting it all out and see what was actually happening. I was really on it. Anyway, but dig what's going down with them. Avery is looking at 5 felony counts, 9 misdemeanors. Andrea's looking at 5 misdemeanors. Damian Petrie's looking at 1 misdemeanor. So I think it's safe to say, oh, Avery, see, because you was the one that was down there doing all that swinging and windmill, and honey, you was getting down, you were getting the girls together, and that was part of the problem. You were actually getting the girls together. Issue, sir. You don't have some time, I believe, to sit down and think about the fact of putting your hands on other people's daughters. I don't think so, boo. I don't think so. You need to step back and stand down, but I think you're going to have some time to step back, honey, and stand against the wall, honey, and keep yourself safe, honey. Because you're going down to Mrs. Furthington's finishing school for girls as well. But, like I said, all of those felonies and misdemeanors, a mess, and that was all filed at the Orange County District Attorney's Office. Then he also had threatened somebody, and Avery, he threatened somebody and he tried to hit an employee with his car as they were leaving Disneyland, allegedly. Child, he going to jail. He going to jail. You're going to have some time, I believe, to really sit down and rethink your steps. Keep your hands off of people's daughters and stay out of Toontown, honey. Here, You just, child, Disneyland's supposed to be a happy place. And you're definitely not happy. You're an angry young man, honey. And your dirty slip was showing, sweetie. You're going to jail, I do believe. I don't know about your sister and her boyfriend, but your sister definitely need to be locked up too. Because the sister really is the one that got the girlfriend all beat up. That was just a whole mess. That was a mess. And they lied on that girl saying that she knocked the mother down. She did not knock the mother down. She was actually the one that was actually trying to help the mother up. Listen, it was all too dysfunctional and too messy for me. But old Avery, I think you're going to get the help that you need, sweetie. I really think so. Anyway, okay, so listen, you know, as a writer, I tell you guys all the time, as a writer, I am just like so infatuated with, I love triangle. But that's in my, you know, my literary life. That's not in real life. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It bothers me so bad. That's like one of the things. That's why I actually really have been, you know, where I don't date and stuff for so many years, because that the whole thing of cheating and that kind of thing is a real bad spot with me. I don't really like it in my real life, but again, like I said, I am like overtaken with it when it comes to my literary life. I love it. I love a good love triangle when I get my ink pen or my typewriter and I'm doing that thing. So I say all that to say this. Nicole Murphy, girl, what kind of slutty type of behavior do you have going on, Miss Ma'am, honey? Okay, I know you all have heard this week out here in these streets, baby. Listen, Miss Nicole, I'm going to break it down. Miss Nicole Murphy is laying around. This is allegedly, because she says she ain't doing it. But child, there's pictures. So allegedly, Miss Nicole Murphy is laying around with Antoine Fuqua, honey, who happens to be married to Lela Rochon. Really? Really? And then I saw the picture. Dude, that looked like a family kiss. She said that was a family kiss. I bet nobody in the family better not kiss my man like that, because we're going to have a problem. And when I seen that picture, let me take you back to where it took me to. Soul Food. Y'all remember Soul Food? Fuck the family fucked my husband. Y'all remember that? That's the first thing that came to mind. As soon as I say that, I said, the family fucked my husband. And I said, if you ask Lela right now, she will probably reenact that little scene for you. Listen, put the knives up. Anyway, so this is what went down. Nicole, they're kissing Antoine and carrying on, and then I hear that there's like 2 or 3 more other times that they've been seen lip locking and carrying on. That's too much family togetherness for me. Dig this though. It gets better. See, Antoine has been married to Lela Rochon for years. They've been married for years, okay? Then there was some stuff being said about, you know, the fact that Antoine, he's in great shape. And Lela Rochon, you know, Lela Rochon is beautiful. She's always been beautiful. She just is. She's a beautiful woman. But she is definitely a completely different size than what she was back when Waiting to Exhale came out. And, you know, that was like the height of her career. She was, you know, again, that was years and years. I mean, what, 20 years ago? And she was in a different body at that time. But people were kind of saying little raggedy stuff about that. And then I'm like, you all need to stand down and check yourself. Lela Rochon also, I hear, actually has lupus. Okay? So some of her medications and things like that would actually have something to do with her weight gain and that kind of thing. So how dare you all back up off of her, stand down. And he's her husband. So it shouldn't even matter because he's her husband. Better or worse, smaller, bigger, or thinner, honey. So that ain't going to let him off the hook. Now, then there's another part of it. Do they have an open marriage? I don't think so. Because Leela Rashawn, since this stuff that came out, girlfriend done shut down her social media. If their marriage was open and that kind of thing didn't bother her, why would she shut down her social media? Why wouldn't she come out and make a statement and say that? I ain't buying that. I believe Mr. Antoine Fuqua is carrying on. And I think it's out of order. And he also has 2 children outside of their marriage as well. Young children. I think Antoine is a part of the Hot Dick Club, honey. But anyway, allegedly. Anyway, that's just my feelings. Some of that little stuff right there is why James ain't with mate at this point right now. Some of that same dumb stuff. So listen to this. The tea deepens when Lisa Ray, y'all know Lisa Ray, all white outfits all the time, widow's peak, the Brat sister, that Lisa Ray, beautiful Lisa Ray, who was married to the man that was, what was he, a prince or so? He was some type of royalty in Turks and Caicos. You remember that when they were married? They're no longer married, but her ex-husband had run-ins with that Nicole Murphy, honey. See, Miss Nicole Murphy allegedly was messing around and trying to get on Lisa Ray's husband. Lisa Ray made a comment and said, Nikki, you doing this again? And people were like, what is that? When that was on her social media, what do you mean, Nikki, you doing this again, baby? And then the Brat came out and said, oh yeah, she meant it. It was exactly what y'all thought she was saying. She literally was trying to get on to Lisa's husband back in the day. So this little slutty behavior by Miss Nicole Murphy, allegedly, this ain't nothing new. This is how you get down. Girl, you're way too beautiful of a woman to be carrying on like this. Way too beautiful. You could have somebody of your own. Why do you feel the need to be giving homewrecker teas? A mess. This is what's going on in these streets, honey. I told you, ain't no way that I could be on hiatus for no 2 weeks and then tell y'all, oh, y'all didn't just miss all of this good tea, honey. Honey, the tea is steeped. It's a mess. This is what I've been running to in my travels. Moving on. Okay. Last thing that I'm going to talk about in this episode is Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams. Now, Miss Wendy, Lifetime and Will Packer is actually getting together with Wendy and doing a biopic of Wendy's life. Do y'all want to see that? On one hand, I think it sounds interesting. See, I'm interested in to see her rise, you know, through the radio up to the television stuff. I'm interested to see that. The drug situation, you know, her battle with drugs, I think it will make for a very interesting Lifetime story. All of that. But I think people are going to be more so into this whole thing of what has actually happened between her and her husband. And for some reason, I just don't believe Wendy's getting ready to give us that. I don't know. But I'd like to see what you guys have to say. Hit it in them comments. Let me know what y'all think. Do you think that Wendy is going to give up the goods about her and Kevin and all that and the mistress and the baby? And see, that's good. That's good biopic stuff right there. But for some reason, I think we're going to get bamboozled. So y'all date this video, baby. It's going to be up there because I'm not going to erase the video. It's going to be up there. Child, do y'all think that we're going to get bamboozled and we're going to get the drug habit and the rise from the radio to the television and then end of story? Or do you think we're going to roll all the way through to present day? I got a feeling that we're not. I really don't. I don't think we are. But y'all tell me what y'all think. All right. So like I said, I'm on vacation. I'm never going to just leave you guys hanging. I will pop in and I will pop out, and I will give you versions of what it is that we do and how we get down. As I'm here, I'm never going to just leave you just hanging, so don't worry. We're going to do some Ask James. We're going to do some In My Travels, but you guys will not see me long for 2 weeks. So y'all, she's packed away in a closet, honey. Y'all will not see her for 2 weeks. So until I pop in here again, I am in my travels, literally. I'm in my travels down to the DMV. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you soon. Later.